Hey, this is Scott with Body Smith Personal Training. I'm here with Laura. Today we're going to show you how to properly do the squat. This is one of our foundational movements, guys. We need to get good at this movement because it works a lot of key muscle groups. The big moving muscles in the hips, so the gluteus maximus, the hamstrings and quadriceps, and then a lot of stabilizers in our spine, including our inner abs, our low back, all the way into our upper back. So this is just one of those key moves that gives us a lot of bang for our buck, and it translates over into real life. A lot of functional movements and athletic movements we can get better at by learning how to do the squat properly. Fortunately, there's a lot of mechanical things that can go wrong with this, so we're gonna make sure that you guys know how to do it right. All right. So let's set up for it. Laura, let's go ahead and have you start. So we're gonna set up for it with the feet just outside the hips, turned out about 30 degrees. Okay. And we're gonna pretend like we're taking a seat, like there's a chair behind us we're gonna sit into. With that being said, we want to keep our chest up and our abs engaged to minimize the amount of forward lean we have. Very nice. So the feet stay turned out, the heels stay down. She's pushing her knees outward to keep them from coming inside the foot. That's great. Moving on up to the hip level, she's keeping her abs engaged and using the back of her hips to drive her hips back all the way up and through. And she's keeping her chest lifted, shoulders pinned back nice and tight, head nice and tall. That's good right there. Go ahead and why don't you turn and face this direction. Let's check it out from this angle. So once again, feet a little bit outside the hips, about 30 degrees open. Go ahead and take a seat. Make sure that the heels stay down. Good. The knees aren't going to come past the front of the foot. The abs are staying nice and tight to keep the spine protected right here. Shoulders staying pinned back. Head and chest nice and tall. Very good. Go ahead and rest real quick. So you just really need to think about your posture the whole time while you're doing this move. Head up, shoulders back, abdominals tight, and make sure you're opening up your hips like Laura was, keeping the knees from caving inward. We want to essentially move. That's probably one of the most common deviations I see. The knees coming in and also the heels coming up and the knees flying forward. So we want to get really good at using the bigger muscles in the hips and making sure our core is supporting this, why we do this movement. As a regression, if you're not quite feeling comfortable doing this, it might be a good idea to actually work doing what we call a ball squat against the wall. Place a stability ball in the small of your back and just go up against the wall and use that to help you with your balance and spinal support, and work on just keeping your heels down and getting low enough. The other thing that Laura was doing real well, she was actually getting her lower leg parallel to the floor. Go ahead and show us how low we were going again. Ideal depth would be right there, yeah, parallel to the floor. That's great. All right, and now once you start hitting that range of motion, it's probably time to start progressing our movement. One way we can do that is to overload the body with a little bit of resistance. One simple way to do that is just to add a little bit of weight. We're going to actually just have Laura support the kettlebell right up top. Okay, go ahead and show us what this squat looks like. So she's just going to hold the kettlebell right up top like this, keeping her abs once again really nice and tight. The extra weight just overloads the body, it overloads the spine and the legs a little bit more, so we have to do a little bit more work. Go ahead and from the side, just give us a couple more reps. Notice how it's not causing her to lean forward. If you find yourself leaning forward a lot, another good drill is to just stand facing a wall, nice and close to keep you really upright. Let's get one more rep. But that looks great. All right, and then you can continue to either increase your repetitions and sets by doing the current weight you're at, whether it's body weight or with a kettlebell, or just increase the weight as you get stronger. And so that's how you do the squat.